Happily. Humans are just more complicated houseplants. We need water. We need nutrition. We need sun. And of course a little more than that, but we have these crazy emotions where fear can control us and end up hurting us. And the Sun Scare Lobby does a really great job of making people completely fear any sun exposure at all. Our bodies are created to protect us from burning, but it's not instant and there's a routine to get there. Everybody can be skin typed according to the Fitzpatrick scale. And what that does is show us what your burning potential is and what your tanning potential is. I'm a skin type 2. I need to start very low with exposure and build up. Everybody really shouldn't tan every single day indoors. These lamps are made for about every 48-hour exposures. Going every day is a little bit of overexposure. Going every day really should be avoided. If you tan in a sunbed full time, that's your daily dose of sun. So if you go outdoors and sunbathe, I would not recommend it. I would recommend a natural sunblock. Don't put that toxic chemical crap sunscreen on, because that also causes way more harm than good. Every professional tanning salon will have exposure guidelines. And this is how often you should go, how many minutes you should go to build up to full time. And you really don't want to rush it, because as you're building a base tan, you're building your resistance to burning. You're adding more melanin to your body to help fill the gaps of your natural sun exposure. Our bodies literally are made for this. And I'm really tired of the tan is skin damage, because that's not the case. Your melanin in your skin oxidizes and turns brown, just like when you bite into an apple and you put it on the counter, it turns brown. That's what happens to your melanin, to pretty much put a sunbrella over your skin so it doesn't burn. Our ancestors determine our genetics, and people that were raised close to the equator have high darkened amounts of melanin in their skin to protect them from burning down where there's high harsh sun all the time. Now, people like me whose ancestors were from away up north, we have lighter skin, so when we go into the sun, our body develops vitamin D quicker and easier because we don't get that much sunlight year round that gives us the benefits of vitamin D. Almost half of the population is vitamin D deficient, and a fun, scary fact is the darker melanin you are, the harder it actually is to develop vitamin D from sun exposure. In a world where we revolve indoors, most darker skinned people are vitamin D deficient, and the correlations to diseases, to illnesses, to sickness, to even go back to COVID, where a majority of darker skinned people were getting more fatally ill with COVID. They tried to link it to lack of healthcare and systems, but I truly believe overall it's because vitamin D plays such a huge role in our body. And if you want to call me a conspiracy theorist, go at it, but a healthy population is not a profitable population. And what would be the easiest way to make everybody lacking the vitamin, and it's not a vitamin, it's actually a hormone, that helps you overall? It just makes sense to me. Now, I believe in sun exposure. I think hiding from it is going to cause so much more harm than good. Did you know at breast cancer diagnosis, if you're sufficient on vitamin D levels, you have 50% more of a chance of surviving breast cancer than if you're deficient at time of diagnosis? It's insane. The diseases, the issues, the sickness, the illness, the lower immune responses when you're vitamin D deficient. The easiest, most natural, can't overdose on it, way to get vitamin D is from sun exposure. And when half the population lives in areas where you get 2 weeks out of the year to get optimal vitamin D absorption creation, indoor units are going to be the next best option. But you have to do it smart. And that means starting slow, building up according to your skin type, not rushing it, and make sure you're using products that help nutrition your skin. Slathering baby oil on an iodine is definitely not the way to do it. And watch what you're putting on your body. There's a lot of stuff out there that has formaldehyde in it, has lye, has nasty waxes that clog your pores. You want to make sure you're fueling your body inside and out. Sun exposure in moderation is not going to be what's causing huge issues. Take a look at your diet. Take a look at what you breathe in. Take a look at what you put on your skin. FDA sucks in America, and there's a lot of stuff that people just slather on their bodies thinking it's doing them a benefit when really it's probably contributing to the issue. I could go on and on and on about this, but I want everybody to go to Amazon right now and order a book called Embrace the Sun, which has hundreds of studies that show the positive benefits of sun exposure, because they are there. Go outside, enjoy the sun, but do it smartly. Do not burn. And if your tanning salon doesn't know what smart tanning is, doesn't know what the Fitzpatrick scale is, lets people tan twice a day, that's what's causing issues in the long term. But I'm tired of tanning getting a bad rap because there's a lot of shitty salons out there. I'm also tired of people who go out every single year and fry to a lobster crisp. I saw a picture of a girl's legs, completely beet red, almost purple, who, I'll never tan. And then on the flip side, I have somebody that said, this is the first year I haven't burnt, and I feel so much better because they've listened to my advice. Of course, I'm not a medical doctor. I issue no warranties, no guarantees, but I do it, I live it, I preach it, I practice it. During COVID times when everything was closed, I ate outside breakfast with the kids to get sun exposure. Sun is life. We're more complicated houseplants. Just critically think about it. And while you're chugging your Celsiuses and your sugar snacks and drinking every night and smoking, maybe, just maybe, sun isn't the bad thing. And I'm never going to judge you how you live your life. Everything in moderation. Everybody's going to die someday. You might as well be tan and tone while doing it. I'm not that egotistical. But it's not going to be the smart sun sessions that are causing as many issues as the government would like you to believe, who filter down and medically control the entire system. If you follow the money trail, dermatologists started getting really irritated when tanning salons came in and started offering $10 a month UVB sun sessions when they were charging 10 to 30 times that amount for their UVB at their practice to treat certain conditions.